See that little trench in the terrain there? That is a very important part of what we're going to show you today. Welcome to the World War II History Hunter. History Hunter here, and
we also got Eagle Eyes.
Eagle Eyes. Let me show you what today is all about.
88 millimeters.
Today is about the famous German World War II 88mm. If you haven't seen part 1, I strongly suggest you see that first. I'll put a link in the video description here where it says more. Just click that and you'll find the link. Watch that first to get good context and then come back, because this place is really something else. Are you ready? Then let's go out and find the pass together right now. So what do you think this is, Eagle Eyes?
It looks like an 88mm position.
Could it be?
Yeah.
It's very big. So that's one of the features that we're going to check out right now. As you saw in part 1, we found 5 of the 88mm positions. This one looks totally different. Eagle Eyes! Eagle Eyes? Yeah? Can you help me here? I think I saw something, but I want your confirmation of it. This is different, but that feature there could be the whole difference. This is not a 88mm position, Eagle Eyes, because it would never look like this, huh?
It may be.
Because there's stairs there, but you see what I see there? It's it's a cooling tub for the 20mm. This is a cooling tub. You will kind of have that vertical, and that is filled with a special liquid, not only water, but something that it doesn't freeze. And then when the, or also some kind of rust inhibitor or whatever. So the Germans had a little cover over that. So when they fired the 20mm, maybe they're going like this. They could go like do 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 do. And when the barrel got too hot, they would just drop it in there. A new barrel would be installed, and then do 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 do. And next, in, out. So that is actually a cooling tub for 20mm. And I wonder, did I have a 20mm here? I'm not sure. It looks like the rocks have been added or something. And you can see the very strange way they produced the scaffolding. These are actually around, these are trees that they built the scaffolding with. So they first built a tree construction. They poured in rocks and concrete, just and afterwards they took away the tree, or the tree kind of rotted. But I think we're actually dealing with a 20mm position, Eagle Eyes. Let's see what this cave is. I can see light coming through it. What? Wow, see how this tiny light shines up everything? Ruben, I love you. It works so well. Holy Madonna, what is this thing? Does it continue? No, it ends there. What on earth? Could be a shelter? But why is there a passage there? Maybe to get the crew faster in and out, Eagle Eyes, huh? From the area. But it's such a huge cave, actually. Very strange. So I guess a passage, and maybe, could it be that they store munition here?
Maybe.
Yeah, could be that. Wow. Wow, Eagle Eyes again said, Daddy, there are some things in here. Let's see, what is that, Eagle Eyes?
That's food containers.
That is actually German World War II food containers, food ration boxes. See that? Aluminium.
Yeah.
And let me take it down here. There's actually one here. There's one here. There's another one here. There are some cables. And there's a bottle. See that? See, the Germans were here. But there's also something really very special. Coal pieces. Can you see that? That's what they kind of used to heat their barracks and all of that. And yeah, we're actually going to bring some of these. They're pretty cool. You can have stuff inside them. And yet again, proves that the Germans were here. They dumped their trash right in here. And who knows what more could be down there. But we are on the hunt for a little extra feature. We hope we're gonna find that. Guys, believe it or not, this is actually aircraft aluminium. Yep, this is aircraft aluminium. Why do I know that? Well, it's got something to do about what is not too far from here. And this is what the 88 system protected. That is aircraft aluminium. Yeah, definitely. Look what I found. Something really interesting in the mountainside, but there's something really scary happened here. Seems like the mountain actually came down. There's a huge lump of what I think was a retaining wall, but it's actually a cave or something in there. That is ridiculous. That is the second cave then, you guys, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we are definitely going in there. Alright, let's see if we can get in here. This thing here, I think, was a protection wall that used to be here. Everything has collapsed, and it's the thorn bushes are really ripping through our pants. Oh my goodness! Look here, you guys. There's a lot of rocks that's come down. I want you to just stay there, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't like that. This rock has kind of come down like that, and there's another one loose there. So could you please just stay here, Elias? I'll just have a tiny little peek very quickly. And you know, if I kind of cease to exist due to a rock of 40,000 tons, you can have my teddy bear, okay?
What?
Jesus, what the heck? Holy crap. Oh, this is a huge hall, Eagle Eyes. It's a massive cave. All right, okay, let's see. Can I go around here without getting too wet? Most likely not. I'm just going to do it for you guys. Oh, there's two entrances. There's another entrance there, Eagle Eyes, further down. It's a bit sketchy, but I guess if you just come to the entrance, because I'm the stupid one doing this. Yeah. But the other entrance is down here. This is second entrance. You can come out here. You want to go through?
Where do I go?
Go to the right, right?
Yeah, no.
Remember I told you about the cable feature? There it is. This is one of the mysteries. We saw that and we just wanted so badly to figure out what they are, because we can actually see them by some really, really good photos that we have from the area. And we saw these sneaking around in the terrain. And I thought, what are these? So the mystery is solved. And you can see what they ran to. They ran to this thing here. I am not sure exactly what this thing is though, but let's go inside it and check it out. There you can see, it's a very heavy duty thing. We think it's a protective wall for a little wooden hut that was in here. And just to make a little illustration, you can kind of see this image here. Now you understand a little bit more, because they had to protect their investments as these structures were. So we don't think that this is basically the structure that was here. This is the protective wall, and the structure, a little wooden hut, would be in here. What was it for? Haven't got a clue. Communication central, could be for the crews manning the guns, could be for storage, munition storage. I haven't got a clue, but this is the very first here today. But we are going to fight ourselves way through some really muddy, crappy, boggy land here, and then go up that way and work ourselves this way.
Guys, we really need your help with this mystery. So please, if you know what it is, tell us in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comment, because this is very unique. You can see I'm going to enter here, and it hasn't been filled in. This is how it was made, and I tried to kind of dig down, and the bedrock is just under here. So what the heck did they build here? Is this like a highway, so they don't have to go through that or the boggy land? It could be a road, Eagle Eyes.
Yeah.
But then again, why bother with all of that? I know they had to transport their troops very quickly forth and back, but you see, it doesn't come up to my knee. Let me see, Eagle Eyes, on you.
I think it's higher.
See here? It's lower than his knee. See here, guys, we're trying to figure out this thing. Eagle Eye says there's no way you can fight from this thing, because almost all of your body will be, it's visible. Because if the enemies kind of come like there, that's the only thing I can think about, that the enemy came from this flank here and tried to take you out here. Doesn't make sense. We are continuing. We just found this place here. And could this actually be one of the 20mm position eagle eyes? This is very small. This is definitely this is a near defense position. You can see that. This is where they could kind of rig up either a machine gun or something like that, and they could easily just be taking out storming commando soldiers from the Allies coming up here, and then they could have machine gun. Maybe there was a machine gun, a pocket for the munition for a machine gun right there. Very cool to see. But there's actually also something just next to it, so let's see if we can figure out what that is. We had to go around to the other side here, and suddenly, yeah, this is what it's all about. This here is eagle eyes. This is not for an 88.
It's a 20mm.
No. Totally different, because these munition storages here are not for a 88. Well, if they install, listen, if they installed a 88 like this, yeah, then it could definitely be an 88. But if the pads were, or the legs were out, there wouldn't be room for it. So I'm going for an 88 eagle eyes, even though it's smaller than the others, because right here you have the munition height and storages. So I think this is for the 88. The height is just about right for an 88mm shell. That is completely different. That is much bigger, I think, eagle eyes. Or is it? These looks like castles. You can see how they built them. They built them with concrete and then tons of rock on the outside, and they started to attach stuff so it would grow. They would fill in some earth and soil, and then they planted seeds to make everything look like, you know, as you see here now. And it's definitely difficult to spot from the air, and I can promise you, you really have to look for these now that the forest is here, because you can see the trees are actually growing on top of them. That didn't happen when the Germans were here, but they did put soil and stuff to try and make it blend in. Yeah, could definitely be the, it's almost like the other one. But some of them are so huge, you know, and you say like, is there really room for 88? Yeah, if it was mounted on a special pedestal, there would really be room for it. And this is where the crew member, Franz and Wilhelm and Erhard and Reinhard, or whoever these young men were, they came here. This is, by the way, the munition storage. They came here, they wanted to, you know, maybe be a completely different place. They wanted to be with their family, maybe their friends, their loved ones, but they ended up here. And they practice. And when the order was given, they were ready to fire up into the sky, or maybe out there at the ocean, to try and take out whoever attempted to attack them or take away their location, if you want to say it that way. Really, really cool to be here and just imagine what was actually happening here. It's a good thing to have our imagination. In that way you can really feel and touch the history in a very special way. And I use my imagination every time I go out there. That, my friend, is a German WW2 S-mine display, and we create and give them away to our patron team members. This is a German Soldatenheim little shadow box. This is a 9mm munition box. Everything here is original. These are artifacts from the Second World War, and we give them away to our patron team members. If you want to check out how to become a patron team member, there's a link here in the video description where it says more. Just click that, then you click the link for the patron, and then you'll see how you can become a patron team member, and you will in the end up with something absolutely spectacular, some small artifacts from the Second World War, and we will share history in a very special way together.
I wonder what that is.
I found the opening. See here? There's a huge tree that's growing. But that's a dead tree actually. But it's a massive construction. That is such a surprise. Yeah. See here? Again, rocks on the outside. And then on the inside here you can see the concrete itself. So it's kind of a two-step thing. They built the structure of concrete. I'm not sure really if they just struck down rocks to build the other thing, but let's see what this is. Wow, this is pretty substantial. Only have this tiny little flashlight here, Ruben E7. It's a handheld little thing that I'm using as a headlamp, but it's so convenient. I can use it like this, holding my hand, and it's really strong, as you can see. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what they had here, because there's definitely a purpose of this thing, and it's really, really heavy duty built, and the roof is heavy duty built as well. So maybe they had some planks going on from here to here and stored munition for the guns. That would be most likely what it was. But why so far away from the gun position? Well, I think there's a gun position next to this one. What was there? Something here. Cool. Really cool structure. See here again? Looks like a medieval castle. It is crazy to see how much work that is to do. And yes, of course there were prisoners of war and all of that who built that, but one thing you have to take into consideration if you really want to read up on history and read it right, a lot of the positions, this is on the Atlantic Wall, a lot of the positions that the Germans built were built also. I'm not saying that there were no prisoners of war or forced laborers and all that, but a lot of the positions were built with hire workers that got wages often twice, almost 3 times higher than regular wages in the area. They had volunteer workers, they had themselves, the organization taught. And I can tell you, a lot of the Atlantic Wall fortification positions that we've been to was actually built 100% by German forces, hired workforces. Let's say like in Denmark, that was a huge industry. Thousands and thousands of workers worked at the different positions on the Atlantic Wall in Denmark, and they were paid workers. They worked in conjunction with the general system of the, either the army or Luftwaffe or Kriegsmarine at the position. So just take that into consideration. And yes, of course, all of the other part, which was very, very tragic, with the forced laborers and prisoners of war, that happened as well. But it's very rarely that people actually take that into consideration when they talk about what was built, especially on the Atlantic Wall. But that's another thing. This here, very much a 88mm position, much, much bigger. Could be a primary munition storage right there. The huge gun would be mounted right here. Can you see that? This here. This is the bolts that held a gun, a very, very famous gun. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, that is what was placed right there, ready to fire and protect this area. The 88 was an incredible versatile weapon, used, as I said, in so many different ways that is unbelievable, and it was so reliable, and it could be used in the desert, in the Arctic. It could be used almost anywhere. Let me show you a little thing here that I think I know what it is. That is a piece that holds the barbed wire roll systems together, and it's just like right there. Munition storage looks like very unfinished. Not all of these were finished completely before the war ended, but very cool to see. I think this is the 7th, isn't it, Eagle Eyes? Yeah, 7th. We got at least one more to see. Oh my goodness, Eagle Eyes spotted a huge cutout, and I mean insanely big. And we found out where the Germans dumped their barbed wire. See that? All of that, guys. I'm gonna zoom you in.
You can go down there if you want to.
Very gently. Let me show you. See that? All of that is just barbed wire everywhere. And do you want to go down there, Eagle Eyes? No, I think I'm happy here.
No, okay.
That is insanely deep, guys. It's like a quarry they cut out. Massive, massive. Holy cow. That is a lot of barbed wire, Eagle Eyes. There are like kilometers of barbed wire in this pit. You see here? See how large it is? What on earth did they plan to do here? This is definitely the last 88 on this tour. And when you're standing right here today, it's not easy to kind of get into the story. So we have to do this. Yeah. There it goes again. This is kind of what is so fun with looking for history, that you can use your imagination. Every time me and Eagle Eyes go to these places, we know that you guys, you are behind us. Right, Eagle Eyes?
Yeah.
And every time we go and we kind of research and travel and explore and find these places, we look so much forward to create the videos, because we know then we are really sharing the excitement of the different things we do. And on this mystery tour, we definitely solved some mysteries. But the thing that we saw further down, I hope we can solve that as well, huh?
Yeah.
We saw the cable trenches, we found the different positions, we found the caves, we found these fantastic 88mm pits here with the munition storage and all of that. We found the infrastructure where the barrack were. We found the roads that they built. It was really, really something special, because all of these mysteries, well, they are out there, and we're there to try and find them and share them with all of you. And this 88mm position here is just one of many, many hundreds that are still out there that we can explore, and we will definitely explore more with you in the future. This is Eagle Eyes, my son. He has a passion for World War II history, and he loves to go out and share all of that with you. We do the research, we travel, we go out and we find the most amazing World War II history and the locations that you can ever imagine. We work very hard for each and every minute of the videos that you see. So if you could please subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment and watch the videos in full length. It really helps out so much. And then Eagle Eyes can go out and find and share even more history with all of you.